Speaking of worried,
Yeah.
I think Governor Walz might be worried.
Mr. Crazy Hands.
Just crazy hands. Let's hear what the kind of fraudulent activities happening
Oh, my
in
goodness.
this great
This is
state of Minnesota.
unbelievable.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz deflecting on the fraud schemes that prosecutors say led to the theft of more than $1 billion in taxpayer funds. Many of the defendants are members of the state's Somali community. Let's bring in Minnesota House Speaker Lisa Demuth. She is running against Tim Walz for governor. That election is next year. Lisa, for people who are catching up from the holiday weekend, how would you describe the fraud that was happening in Minnesota?
Fraud in Minnesota under the watch of Governor Walz has exploded in his 7 years as governor. There are 28 known scandals of fraud, just over 7 years. And as you heard, Dana, he has said that he takes responsibility for putting people in jail, but he's never apologized to the taxpayers. He's never taken accountability of saying this has happened on his watch, and he's pushed it aside until I, as Speaker of the House, established the Fraud Prevention and Agency Oversight Committee this legislative session, and it has finally drawn national attention. Something that has gone on for years, $1 billion or more of fraud under Governor Walz, finally getting national attention.
So it's crazy. So this is a situation, $1 billion comes out of state coffers from taxpayers and gets sent to Somalia.
Well, and these were COVID funds, remember. Some of these were COVID funds that were sent off to the states to be spent indiscriminately.
Right.
And this goes back to how Democrats, and this is a fact, have been using nonprofits to fund their little campaigns and their cronies for years. For decades. And now that is ending and the lid is coming off.
Yeah.
And all hell is breaking loose all across the country.
But it's more than COVID funds.
But
these are welfare funds. These are
but it's a broad spectrum of funds. Yeah. And this was specifically targeted about 75 Somalis, and where these people were driving around in new cars and throwing around cash.
Well, the biggest issue is they're sending so much money back to
Somalia. Yeah. And now Trump is looking into it and looking into the Somali gangs that are running around rampant in Minneapolis. And this is the New York Times, the article that they had played it straight. And if the New York Times is playing it straight with a Democrat,
you know it's a problem.
You know it's a big problem. It's something they cannot just sweep under the rug.
Sweep under the rug. It's just too obvious.
Or they've had enough of Walz, and the order has been given.
Maybe. I mean, he's too much of a liability now.
Well, I mean, I've always questioned his ties to China.
Well,
and everything else.
I mean, imagine
he's just
if he was
a shady guy.
Imagine if this scandal was breaking and he was the sitting vice president.
Oh my gosh.
Guy, we dodged a huge bullet on that one.
It's just amazing.